Hello and welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Leese. Today, we're taking a look back at one of the funniest heist movies of all time, Logan Lucky. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. You can check them out today at poddex.com. Use the promo code Larry21 to save you 10% off your first purchase. What is Poddex, you ask? That is a great question. Poddex is the hottest new tool for podcasters looking to have more meaningful conversations or to gamify their podcast. Simply shuffle up, ask a question, and let the content roll. Get yours today at poddex.com and use the code Larry21 for 10% off your order. And hey, we have merch. You can check out our store in the link in the description. Buy yourself a t-shirt, coffee mug, hat, anything you want, and support the Cinema Gold Show. And now on to the Poddex. Or actually, on first, our review of Logan Lucky from 2017.
I am incarcerated.
Yeah, we got a plan to get you out.
This is actually a film I enjoyed thoroughly. How seriously can one take a movie that features characters with names like Joe Bang and Max Chilblain? That the former is a rural West Virginia demolition expert, played by a bleach-blond, flamboyantly accented Daniel Craig, and the latter, an obnoxious English energy drink magnate portrayed by Seth MacFarlane. Does not exactly impart a sense of gravitas onto Logan Lucky, the laid-back caper comedy that marked Steven Soderbergh's return to movies after a self-imposed retirement. And that's without even mentioning the hapless Logan boys, the hangdog amputee Clyde, played by Adam Driver, and the limping Jimmy Channing Tatum, who hatches a plan to rob a pneumatic tube system under the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina, after losing his job for liability reasons involving insurance. This jokey tone, in many ways, was typical of Soderbergh, the most prolific and irreverent of major American filmmakers, has a knack for infusing unpretentious material with his signature intellectual concerns and economic anxieties. One could also cite examples from Ocean's 13 to Unsane. Logan Lucky is in fact awash in the Soderbergh Guiana of systems and swindles, common and confident women, underdogs, and Byzantine movements of money, with the Coca-Cola 600 NASCAR race replacing Vegas and industry trade shows as a backdrop of tacky, sponsored all-American spending, with the Logan's downtrodden digs providing contrast. Like the darker and more anxious The Informant, it's also a Soderbergh film that portrays some commonalities with the Coen brothers, mostly in its offbeat characters and ear for phrasing and accented delivery. As experts in passage, the Coens can hardly claim a copyright on the schemes and foibles of the American ignoramus, and they have always shared with Soderbergh a fondness for cons, tangled plots, aliases, and a distant distaste for snobs. But Coen-esque is an undeniable quality that one often finds in other movies, not all of which are imitations. This is in part because the Coen style isn't a collection of tics so much as a refined concentration of specifics and a belief in cosmic irony over karma, producing stories filled with characters, turns of events, and self-inflicted problems that could only exist in the film's particular place and time. If Coen-Z elements are most easily spotted in movies with distinct regional inflections, it's because the sibling duo are masters of comedic verisimilitude. Logan Lucky, which was written by Soderbergh's wife, Jules Asner, under the pseudonym Rebecca Blunt, wasn't actually filmed in West Virginia, but like a number of his more experimental works, it sometimes gives the appearance that a cast and camera have simply been dropped into an undressed location and off-the-rack clothes. No one would ever mistake it for anything but a post-digital Soderbergh film. It has those simultaneously pragmatic and off-kilter shot compositions, and that quirky preference for static camera angles and extremely shallow depth of field. One might even say that on the level of creative philosophy, Soderbergh and the Coen brothers share a kind of dispassion. though it filters out in different ways. For Soderbergh, it's a matter of framing. That he is capable of being an extremely clinical filmmaker is, ironically, an important factor in his cheeky, self-aware sense of humor, that his films relish nothing more than explaining how money gets moved and collected. Literally, in the target of this film's Heist, is integral to their depictions of stubborn, wily characters struggling against unfair forces of business and finance. In the Soderbergh universe, where everyone is getting fleeced, the most heroic act is band together and cheat the system. The harebrained truck and camo West Virginia of Logan Lucky are the butt of many jokes, but it's very clear where the movie's affection lies. Let us know in the comments section below. Have you watched Logan Lucky? Did you enjoy it? I actually thought it was a good comedy heist movie. I think Daniel Craig was really good in this one. I would almost say Daniel Craig's best performance. And if you want to support the show, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. And if you want to see more of our classic rewind series, you can watch the video right here. And for another video, check it out right here. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.